a movie all about who is the fairest of them all. I think we know who the real champion is for this movie. A princess joins forces with 7 dwarves to liberate her kingdom from her cruel stepmother, the evil queen. Rachel Zegler is a great actress, despite all the controversy surrounding her, which, at the end of the day, I personally don't think it was this monstrous thing that she said. I just think she needed some PR training, which now I believe she does have. Was she good in Snow White? Yeah, she was more than good. She was great. She holds her own as this Disney princess, Snow White. She carries herself gracefully and brings a warmth to the screen that fits. Her vocals are stunning, and speaking of the music, something that I was honestly worried about when we got previous other Disney live action films. I know it's technically not live action, it's entirely CGI film, but Mufasa, which I genuinely was excited for music, it didn't hit me. Yes, we got Always Wanted a Brother, but that became more of a meme than actually genuinely being known as a good song. Here, the songs don't just kind of happen out of nowhere or pause the story, it adds to the story, and that's what a musical should do. Not take away from the experience, but add to it. Now for Gal Gadot, who is great in Wonder Woman. But here, it's what I would like to call theater acting, because this girl goes over the top. She swings for the fences as the evil queen, but way too far, almost feeling like a parody within the film. It genuinely gave me vibes of an SNL sketch. Every single line delivery is over the top, feeling completely out of sync with the world Marc Webb built. And I get it, this is based off an animated cartoon Disney princess film, but she took that concept, turned it up to 11, and instead of it actually enhancing the story, it clashed with it. That said, the costume department did wonders for everyone, especially for Gal Gadot. She can kill it in all of the outfits. They make her shine. Now to talk about the thing that I thought was going to be an absolute train wreck, the dwarves. Visually, yeah, it's quite terrifying. It's a bit uncanny. And I will stand by it. I don't think this should have been the direction that they went. I get the idea in Heartbeat. Clearly you can tell they were trying to capture the same exact vibe and look from the original cartoon, but certain things in animated form just look better animated. The more time you get to spend with all the dwarves, with Grumpy and Dopey and Happy and all the other ones, the more you kind of fall in love with them and they kind of grow on you. There's an old school Disney magic to them that I haven't felt in a while from these live action remakes. Their rendition of Hi-Ho is pure fun, and that's just the simplest way of putting how I felt whenever watching these characters interact with Snow White. They're just fun, and Dopey in particular stands out. His arc with Snow White adds a layer of depth that genuinely resonates, especially if you've ever felt like an outsider. Visually, despite the awkwardness of the dwarves, this actually looks pretty expensive, and I mean that in a good way because I believe the budget was around $200 and something million, and it shows. The production design and backdrops actually look good. They seem like they actually took their time in the craftsmanship for this rather than just kind of throwing it all together and being like, here you go, typical Disney Marvel fashion. Now, one thing that they definitely did change was the love interest for this updated version of Snow White, but I'm not here complaining about that. I actually believed in this relationship and it didn't feel forced or cringeworthy or awkward. We have Andrew Burnap, who plays Jonathan, the bandit. He holds his own with Zegler, both as an actor and a singer, making their dynamic enjoyable even if it's not groundbreaking. I'm not saying it's one of the best relationships out there, it's just something that was kind of cute and endearing. The pacing thrives when it wants to spend time in the magic of the film, with Snow White, the dwarves, even the cute little CGI animals. That's when it works. Then you throw in Jonathan's bandits. You want to also throw in an arc about taking back the kingdom and leadership, and there are moments that do shine in that, particularly in the third act with one sequence where Rachel Zegler is going toe-to-toe with Gal Gadot's evil queen. It's a really beautiful moment, but other than that, it kind of distracts from the magic that you do feel from this overall experience, where it wants to feel like this bigger blockbuster, and it doesn't need to. It's trying to make up for something that it doesn't need to make up. Still, I had a fine time with this one. Rachel Zegler proves yet again that she is a great actress, and when the movie wants to embrace the magic, it works. Even with the odd CGI dwarf choice, they bring enough charm to make it work. As for Gal Gadot, Hang in there. 6 out of 10. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this review. It really means a lot. Are you guys excited for this new version of Snow White, or are you kind of done with these Disney live-action remakes? Let me know in the comments section down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, but most of all, do not forget to be blessed.